Hey, it's Candy Lee. I'm here with another episode of Tutorial Tuesday. This video is not going to be necessarily a tutorial, but it's going to be more of a first impression. So, I was at Sally's this weekend. I went in there for a hair dye because you guys may or may not know I'm trying to dye my hair. And so if you have any suggestions for hair colors or brands that I should use for my natural hair, leave that in the comments below. I bought a toy instead of buying hair dye, and I am kind of obsessed. I could not wait to try it, but I was waiting on you guys. Let's get into the goods. So at Sally's, I bought this. It's a ceramic roller set. Brand is Argan Heat. As you can see, it was only $21.99, but with my Sally's card, it only cost me about $19 plus tax. It also came as a package with this Argan Heat Oil Applicator. So this is the actual heater for the rollers. I guess you open it like so. You reveal the rollers inside. All right, so what's that material called? Like a felt. We have the butterfly clips that it came with. And you clip these down onto the rollers to hold it in place. And it looks like this is the oil applicator. So that's what this looks like. It has a little cover on here. So right, you drip some oil and then you just drop and roll. These are the instructions that came with it. It's just a nice little pamphlet. And I'm gonna follow these instructions to the T. Wait a minute, let me find the English. If anything were to go wrong, I followed these instructions just the way they were. And I'm not gonna change up anything. I'm gonna do what it says to do. And if anything goes wrong, it's not my fault, right? Right? When you get something new, don't just bypass the safety instructions, because that's when stuff tends to happen. Our hair gets damaged or we end up getting injured. All right. I don't know if y'all seen the girl who tried to do the curling wand and ended up curling her hair right off her head. I do not want to pull out a roller and all the hair that was on that roller comes out with it. All right. So safety first, y'all.
So before starting this process, I did read all the safety instructions as well as the instructions for use for this appliance. Let me just read some of the things that the box advertises. It says that this professional Argan ceramic 8-roller hair setter with oil applicator revitalizes and conditions your hair, creates smooth, shiny curls, eliminates frizz, instant heat up, creates volume, and large, free-flowing curls. So I set a timer just to test that instant heat up theory. Before I started to roll my hair, I wanted to dampen it a little, so I sprayed with a spray bottle. The instructions do say to not use wet hair, but to use either damp or completely dry hair. So I separated each section that was going to be going into a curl, dampened it slightly, brushed it out, and twisted it just to keep it separated. In the time it took me to separate these 4 curls, the curlers were heated. And this was indicated by a red button on one of the curlers turning white. So I don't know if you could see that, but it took about 7 minutes for this to heat up. I don't know how instant that is to you, but it's not very instant to me. I applied the oil onto the applicator tray, and when I got ready to curl my hair, I rubbed it in slightly just to make sure it was evenly coated. I dropped the rollers onto the tray. I repeated it a couple times just because I didn't feel like it was being coated very well. And then I started from the ends of my hair and rolled toward my scalp. The directions say to leave this on for 10 minutes. So I clipped them in place and I sat for 10 minutes. The 2 curlers in the front are the smaller 1 3/4 rollers, and the 2 rollers that I used in the back are the larger 2-inch rollers. There are 4 of each size. Now this kit did come with the little bonus argan oil for the applicator. I do have some of my own But for the purpose of this video, I followed the instructions to the T, and I only used the products that came with this appliance. Now, there is somewhat of a disclaimer written in the instruction pamphlet. It says that after using the Hairsetter several times, you will find the best timing for the texture of your hair and for the results that you desire. As always, if you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Also leave some suggestions and comments in the comment section below. If you like this video so much, you should maybe subscribe, and then you'll be updated every time I post a new video. Alright guys, so of course battery died as soon as I got these into my hair. So I'm camera phoning it up. Woo! Keep in mind guys, I did this without looking in the mirror for the most part because I couldn't position it in a way that would make it easy for me to do. I'm just going to take them down. It said to let them fall. Remember, I read the instructions and it said that. Well, that's curl number 1 after 10 minutes on the small roller. Okay. Curl number 2 on the small. These I did on the bigger rollers. Curl number 3. And curl number 4. Said to let them rest for a minute, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to let them just cool down. For the most part, I like this. As it heated up, I could smell the argan oil, so I didn't smell any like burning or anything like that. There was a little bit of steam coming off of the appliance itself, but other than that, it didn't fill the room with smoke. I wasn't afraid of any smoke detectors going off or anything. I had a couple experiences in college when I was living in the dorm rooms that my flat iron would make the smoke detector go off until they get actual campus security to come and turn it off, because of course they go and check the room, make sure it's nobody smoking up there. It's completely embarrassing. Everybody on the floor can hear it. Everybody probably in the floors above and below could hear it. And it happened to me quite a few times. So I say all that to say I don't think that this would set off any smoke detectors or anything like that. I think it's pretty safe, but I didn't accidentally touch the metal on the inside. I'm so clumsy and so accident prone. I thought sure that I was gonna end up touching that by accident, but I didn't. It was very avoidable. Just go in, grab one, and slide it out. And when you wanna put it back in, you put it back on there. You can feel the heat coming up, but like I said, it's not anything that I would worry about as far as heat damage is concerned. And these have been cooling for a bit, so I'm just gonna, zhuzh them a little bit. I started with my unstretched curl pattern. All I did was brush my hair out a little bit, and then I just rolled. I'm digging it. I'm digging the curls that I got. I only did 4. I think I am gonna go ahead and do my whole head, and then I will come back and I will show you guys.